Hey everybody, welcome back. We are in Portland, Maine, just outside of Portland, Maine, South Portland, Maine to be exact. And this is what it's called the Headlight. It's a lighthouse here on the Maine coast. I've never seen the ocean in Maine until right now. I grew up on the ocean, but never seen it like this. Rocky coast, cool air. I bet that water is so cold. Water crashing on rocks. Never seen anything like this. But this is Fort Williams, and this is called the Portland Headlight. So we're going to go check this out. I see some people over here on the rocks, and hopefully I can get down there on them and check it out. I'm gonna feel that water, see how cold it is. And you pay a small fee, you get to go in one of these buildings. You can't go in the lighthouse. One time a year they allow people to go in the lighthouse, and off in the distance is another lighthouse, off on a rock, and that is too cool. This is just an amazing view. There's Ruthie right there, she's making her video, but we're gonna go check this out and see what we can see. Stand by. All right, so we made our way down. There's a gate, and you can come down on these rocks. We're gonna check this out. I want to go feel some cold Maine coast. Oh, water splashing up over here. Picturesque of a New England. Reminds me of Murder, She Wrote. So these rocks that we're on right here look like humongous trees that fell over like a billion years ago and turned into stone. It looks like that. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it definitely looks like it. And it's even the way the stone looks, it looks like wood. So I'm going to try and jump across and not get wet and find the actual water. All right, so this water is much more blue. Where I come from in South Georgia, the water is kind of muddy. This looks really clear and very clean, and I bet that is slick down there, or not necessarily slick, but you'll get wet when a wave comes in and splashes you. All right, so I found a place here that the water's coming right up to my feet. I don't want to get my feet wet, but I want to touch this water. Oh, it's right there at me. I'm right there. Here we go. Come on. Give me a big splash. Oh, almost got it. A little closer. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. That water is so clear. Almost. I'm going to get my feet wet. Whoa. Oh, I just got splashed. I can't do it. It's just not cooperating. Come on, Atlantic. You can do it. I just want to touch you. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, dang. I missed. Oh, got some. Right there. Woo, that is cold. Okay, got my hand wet. Now, is it salty? Yep. It's salty. That's pretty cool. Something you never think you're ever going to do. I did it. There comes a big one. Oh yeah, here it comes. I might get wet, maybe not. That was close. These rocks are amazing. So it looks like, I know I already said it looked like trees, but it looks like these rocks used to be like standing up and then something blew them all down, because everything's laying on its side. It's really, I've never seen this kind of rock formation. I guess it's so clean and cleaned out because of the water that's always been on it. Makes it very much more visible. I'd love to see a little crab or something down in these, or a big lobster. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I'd grab him, take him home, I'd have him for dinner. Okay, so I had them all out here. We got us a real dangerous selfie, and now we're going to head back over all the rocks and go to the lighthouse right there. That's what we came here for, but I didn't know you could get out on these rocks like this, and this is more fun to me than a lighthouse. So, and that cold water is amazing. Look at that view. Isn't that something? What if you lived on that house? Wow.
But she was paid for. Okay, we're good.
So we have a lighthouse back in South Georgia that is off our coast, and this seems to be made from stone, like it's real irregular. Ours is like cement, which is this is probably much older than our lighthouse. But this is really pretty. It's not as tall either, I guess because it's up on some tall rocks. This is amazing. I've never been to a New England lighthouse like this, or period. Never been to a New England lighthouse, but it's really nice. The house is really cool, and you can go inside that. And I think we're going to go in there. It costs like $2. There's a window, and like I said, you can only go inside here once a year. I think they have limited passes, and you can do it once a year. And if you'll check this out, right here is a foghorn. So I guess if the fog was really bad or something, they would blurt those big horns and alert the ships to not run aground. Okay, so I'm in this lighthouse museum. The first thing you see is this big light. This is from a lighthouse. It says original 5th order lens from Squirrel Point Lighthouse, located in Kennebec River. Eros, I can't say these Indian names, but anyway, that's what it would look like. It's reflective, so it's got the light inside it, and then it's got these really thick pieces of glass that will reflect that light. That's really cool. So I thought that one a while ago was really big, but now look at this thing. This sucker is huge. I mean, it sits on a base here. Oh my goodness, that would have been a bright light. The thing is ginormous. I'm trying to see some information on it, but it just says please do not touch it. I just touched it. I didn't see that. I don't know if this one came out of here or not. Here is maybe it did. Maybe it was an original. It's kind of hard to track. This stuff's hard to track because it's just giving you broad information about lighthouses in Maine and not this lighthouse. So I don't know if it came from here or not. If it did, that would have been a bright light. My. They cut it in half apparently. Or maybe it was 2 pieces, I don't know. But anyway. Okay, so that was the museum. Lightkeeper's house. There are some seagulls up there. This was the lightkeeper's house. You can only access this front portion. I did ask the guy that worked here. He said, does the upstairs like retain the original look? He really didn't know. He said he thinks so, but it had been remodeled in like 1986. So this is really cool. Again, I say cool all the time because I'm just kind of blown away. Oh, I see some there are some lobster or crab, maybe lobster baskets that have washed up over here. I don't think you're allowed to come down on these rocks, but there are some lobster baskets. Looks like they are over there and have been lost. And the rocks and the beautiful clear water, and it looks like some type of seaweed floating around in a huge rock. This water is so clear. There's this ginormous rock under the water that you just can't see if you were in the water. I'm amazed. I'm amazed because, again, where we come from, the water is so murky you can't see anything. You can't even see your toes when you're standing in it. It doesn't mean it's dirty, it's just it's a different type of water or a different type of shore that the water's rushing in on. You get a lot more mud, but you can see in the distance, where I can see at least, there's a town over here. I don't know if that is Portland. Probably we're in South Portland technically, I think this is, but that's Portland. And this is Fort Williams. So I'm assuming that over in the distance, you probably can't see it at all, but over in the distance there are these forts placed in the harbor. There's one to the left, one in the middle, one on the right, and there's other things here. There's a few other things here that I want to go explore, and then we'll wrap this video up. But this has been a just absolutely wonderful, beautiful experience. Got to touch the water of the, I don't know if you consider this the North Atlantic, but it was I almost said a country word. It's right cold. It was right cold, much colder than any water I've ever touched coming out of the ocean. I found one more path on the other side of the lighthouse. I'm gonna go down here. Looks like you can more easily touch the water than worrying about getting blasted. Let's go down here and try one more time. See what it feels like. The rocks are super round. Oh wow, look at the rocks that are stacked up. I guess that's what you do here is when you come, you grab some rocks and you stack them up. What talent. Look at there. Oh, seaweed. Gross. Let's see what this feels like. Oh, that's nice and slimy. Good grief. I wonder if this is the seaweed that you eat. There's a big piece of seaweed. Right there. Wow, that's huge. All right, here's the water. I'm gonna get me a handful. Handful of the water. If I can get wet. Here it comes. Come on up here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh, I got my foot wet. Darn it. Oh well. Okay. Oh geez. Watch out, Matthew. There. Nice and cold. Wow, that feels great. Got to wash that seaweed off my hand. And some brave soul went out there and stacked the rock. I would love to get in this water, but I'm not dressed for it. There's rocks stacked everywhere. Just everywhere. They're all up in there. On this point of this rock right here, there's some rocks stacked up. But I mean, who can't stack a rock, right? Watch this. Look at there. See if I can get one on top of that one. And there. And one for good measure. There. And okay, I'm done after this one. Oh shoot, it's gonna fall. There we go. Ta-da! All right, they're waiting for me. It's too hot, they said. It is kind of warm here. The ocean breeze feels nice, but it is no means chilly at all. Today is like 31st. What's today's date? 30. It's either the 1st of September or the last of August. And it is pretty warm. Okay, I'm going to end this video. There were a few other things that were not that interesting. I don't know if I wanted to waste my time doing them because I'm wore out, because it's really hilly here. But thanks for coming along on the little sightseeing tour of the Headlight, Portland Headlight, Fort Williams. I think Fort Williams again is in the surrounding area here. some really cool islands, rock islands out here, another lighthouse. But this concludes this little tour of the Maine coast. That lighthouse is definitely worth coming to see. If you're ever near Portland or South Portland, Maine, come check it out, the Headlight. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Thanks so much for coming along with me on this far north trek to Maine, and it was so fun. If you have not subscribed already, I encourage you to go subscribe if you would. Hit the like button, all those things, share it with your friends, and hey, we will see you guys on the next adventure. So you take care. Bye.